the beauty of building brands is, for example, I'm going to show you now my trip to Utah where we visited our fulfillment center and we met the people that take care of our packages every day. The beautiful part of it is building a real life network, right? I think people that are in business for a while and are decently successful understand how hard it is. So meeting these people that have built, a massive business. I mean, their operation is insane. They built a brand new 260,000 square foot facility. Half of it is, not half, I would say like 1/3 of it is manufacturing, and then the rest of it is the fulfillment center. And I met these people, and even their executives, I mean, bro, they were awesome people. Like now, when we email each other, it's like I know who it is. I respect them so much for all the work they do. We couldn't grow without them. Like I couldn't ship thousands and thousands of packages weekly or monthly, right? Like we need them. And meeting those people was a beautiful experience. And also Utah's amazing. So having these real life experiences is incredible. I feel like a lot of people that get into, e-com and brand building, we like to sit behind our screen. Obviously, once you make it, you're a little bigger. You have to meet people in real life, and you have to go to vendors, and there's a lot of stuff you might have to do in person. But before I would say that 7-8 figure revenue stream, you can get away with just sitting behind your screen. And to be honest, it gets a little depressing. Like if you work so hard and you don't really have a life, it gets hard when you're just staring at the screen for 16 hours. Granted, that might be a little overkill. You might not have to do that necessarily, but I do think really ambitious people, we tend to overdo it, even if it's not efficient. We just work to work. We can definitely be more productive. Like if you ask me the last year that was really hard, the 16, 18 hour days that I pulled sometimes with a new launch or updating the website or whatever it is, could I have been more efficient? Absolutely. But when you get, into the work and your brain's tired, sometimes, you're not thinking straight. So you just end up paying in hours, And I also wore a lot of hats up to now. Now we're expanding the team. We have more employees in terms of like influencer management, recruiters. I still take care of all the creative stuff and the back end stuff because I really don't mind. I actually enjoy that part of the work. To me, what was hard was like talking to influencers, because I just can't get along with a lot of people when they tell me 8,000 for a post with 200 likes. Like, come on, bro. So with that said, there are so many great things about brand building, and if you're successful in the long run, it will pay off. But in the middle of it, it'll be hard. There will be days when you're going to want to quit. There will be days when you're going to be questioning every decision you have ever made. But at the end of the day, we're going to make it. If we work hard enough, we're going to make it. And I'm in the middle of it. So I'm telling you right now, it's not all butterflies and rainbows. Is that the saying? Butterflies and rainbows. It's not all butterflies and rainbows. It gets hard, bro. It gets dark. So before you jump into brand building, don't give up your day job. Don't give up any sort of income that you're having. Take it slow. Take it slow to take it fast. You have to take it slow to take it fast. That's, I think, my best advice when it comes to building an online brand, because there's so much competition out there. If you don't have a good story, a good product, some experience, and if you're not wearing a lot of hats in the beginning, it's going to be really hard for you to blow it up. There's a lot of guys on Instagram and on YouTube being like,
"Give me $1,000 and you're gonna make $3 million next year,"
which is not true. Like, that's not gonna work. All right, there's a lot of guys on there that will say, "Pay me for this course, pay me for this, pay me for that, and you'll be a millionaire in the next year." So here's the reality: I made over $1,000 in 2 years in revenue. But if you know anything about business, it ain't shit. You're barely breathing. Okay, so the reality is that if you don't understand the basics of business, the cash flows, the profit margins, the revenues, the cash conversion cycles, you're gonna be even if you make money, you're not gonna understand what is going on. And no book, no guru, no one is gonna teach you until you actually experience what building a business is like. I mean, it was bad, bro. At one point, I was seeing like $1,000 and I was like, bro, I'm gonna be homeless, because I just couldn't balance. When it was making money, I was just like, more ad spend, more influencers, more inventory, and I just totally myself, bro. So honestly, like, when you're building a business, just don't give up your day job like I did. I think a lot of people make the mistake The only thing that I did is I had enough, you know, motivation and work ethic in me to not totally just give up. Because there were days, bro, where I was just, I don't want to sound like every other guru, like, oh, I didn't want to wake up. But bro, it got tough. It got tough. And even to this day, like, you know, everything's better, but bro, like, there's hiccups all the time. So building a business and owning a business really isn't for someone that can't take the heat, because you're gonna be questioning your life every single day. So I guess at the end of the day, just, I don't want to say do what makes you happy, do what you think is necessary, and make sure you don't lose your mind at the end of the day. That's honestly the best advice. When people say stuff like chase your passion, you have to be happy, a lot of them say that after they had their exit. Okay, so listen, if you're in the middle of it and you're working just as hard as me, just keep at it. Opportunities will come, and at the end of the day, you'll figure it out.